You know, as Ice Cube would once say, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. And there was a lot of picks for SmackDown tonight. Some very interesting ones, some ones that needed to fill a void on tonight's show, and a lot of matchups that we will probably see in the near future. But as we look at both sides for both Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, it's a lot to pick from. There are some interesting ones, some I did not expect to be going, and I know there's still supposed to be a few more picks online tomorrow in the afternoon that's supposed to be on, who will be picked to be going to whichever show. But looking at all of that, getting into SmackDown tonight, because Raw did pick up some good picks, but I feel like they got rid of all the garbage that was on SmackDown and sent it to Monday Night Raw, because a lot of these people were not that good, and I don't think they're really going to thrive off of Raw. Maybe a few, but not all of them. But as kicked off the show, AJ Styles came out, pretty much talking about the whole thing with Nakamura, and even after happening at WrestleMania, after Nakamura showed his true colors, and that he's not an artist, he's a con artist. And as people actually chanted for both names, he pretty much talked about the whole dream match with Daniel Bryan last week, and he wants his revenge on Nakamura and called him a two-faced coward. Next thing you know, Rusev Day came out. I just still don't know why this guy is going against The Undertaker. And a casket match, which literally makes no sense, versus Jericho. Now it's back to Rusev. I don't know, which it was supposed to be Rusev versus AJ, which immediately AJ literally just Eddie Long did, but didn't really go anywhere. Shelton Benjamin came out since Chad Gable, who is on Monday Night Raw. Shelton Benjamin pretty much says Twitter was hacked because he would never say anything positive about Gable, and that Gable page and back. He wanted big competition out here. Randy Orton came to the ring, but next thing you know, Jeff Hardy's music hits, which pretty much Orton kind of looked and smirked and kind of looked down and raised an eyebrow for a second. Jeff Hardy, well, we kind of knew this was coming. If Seth Rollins wasn't going to be going to SmackDown, Jeff Hardy was going to SmackDown. And this is kind of still doing these horrible, I still don't know why they do these, how can I say, these selfie Snapchat videos, which just don't get over. It looks really dumb half the time with the Windows Movie Maker. Priest and his kid, Monroe Sky, pretty much taking care of his family. He said he was going to kick Daniel Bryan's ass, but Maurice kind of cut him off since the baby is right there. They were also preparing for the Mella celebration tonight, as Carmella would celebrate her title win after cashing in Money in the Bank last week. Pretty much after that, I guess they also announced Absolution is on SmackDown also, which it's kind of a no-brainer with Absolution. You put the Riot Squad on Raw, put the Absolution on SmackDown. Nothing really surprising. Kind of saw that coming. I guess put Paige's whole group on the show with her, so I don't really see where any of these are going to go either way. Absolution. She just got killed by Rousey. That's what happened out there. Murdered by Rousey. Next on the show. Oh yes, Jey Uso went against, what was it, Luke Harper, which this match really did not go anywhere, to be honest. Pretty much Luke Harper won with a discus clothesline. Usos tried to, Jimmy tried to save his brother and super kick there growing, but yeah, discus clothesline, and then they started beating up the Usos. Jimmy tried to get the hammer, but it didn't work. And then they were good to use the hammers, but then next thing you know, Naomi comes out to save her husband, which I guess Naomi's part of this whole thing now. Very weird. So I'm surprised Naomi just suddenly just kind of, freaking out the whole thing, begging them not to hit them with the hammers, and they walk off. So this wasn't really much of a match to even save from all this. So really nothing much. I didn't really understand where this is going. And I guess the Bludgeon Brothers look dominant anyways just because. So they beat them up with hammers. I'm not really sure what this match is going to lead into to when the Royal Rumble comes, so I don't know. Sin Cara was out in the ring. I didn't even know he was still there. He went against the newest SmackDown member, Samoa Joe. Pretty much won with Coquina Clutch. A big pickup for SmackDown, as if you want to go with heels, because they need them after they got rid of a lot of heels on here from Corbin, Owens and Zayn, Mahal. I guess you want to put Ziggler as one too. But Samoa Joe, hey, this guy could be the champion on here pretty much, because I don't think he was ever going to be touching that Universal title with Roman around or Brock. But Samoa Joe cut a promo and mocked SmackDown for being the land of opportunity, and that everyone is handed a handout around here, and makes it that easy, and made everyone to believe that and convince themselves that they're better than they are. Well, things are about to change. That he now gets all the opportunities. That he will put Bryan to sleep. The Fang Orton and emasculate AJ Styles, which is probably the big three names on that show. So even though two of these, the show, even though we've seen Samoa Joe TNA and put on great matches, hey, we'll see it again here, I guess. So Samoa Joe going against, hey, might as well put Jeff Hardy in that equation too. We've seen these two face each other before also, but hey, let's have it again. And Joe pretty much told everybody in Saudi Arabia and at Backlash that if the big dog, if there's anything left of him against Brock Lesnar, he will take him out. And if he wins that title, he will take his But Daniel Bryan was asked why he helped AJ Styles and they respected him, and that, you know, a list of people motivating, and AJ Styles was one of those people at the top of that list. And when he was talking, you know, one day they will fight each other for the title. Next thing you know, Bryan turned around, Big Cass was back. Big Cass pretty much was talking, but talking over Daniel Bryan, and he pretty much looked at his height and said, "So this is what all the fuss is about, little man?" And Cass pretty much walked away after that. So Big Cass is on SmackDown. He's been away for a very long time. I'm not really sure what to think about him going against Bryan as his first opponent, because I don't really know how to feel about that all the way. But Cass was gone for a long time with a 8-month injury on his ACL. So it was good they brought him up to SmackDown. That's a good pick. Next thing you know, Carmella came out and talked about her title win, and some people tried to chant, "You deserve it," but she says, "You people weren't behind me before, and I don't need you now. And I was champion for over not champion, but she waited 287 days to pick the perfect opportunity. She beat her on her own. I beat Charlotte Flair and had a video package of Money in the Bank, which they did their best to erase James Ellsworth. I believe they did that during the women's Royal Rumble thing too. They kind of erased his name off of that whole thing, make sure he was not involved at all. Even Charlotte calling him a chinless freak, and not even by name, after she claimed she beat him on her own, even won the Money in the Bank on her own, and called her the case breaky, if I'm not mistaken, breaky the case or something. I believe that's what she called it. But Charlotte pretty much came out wanting her title back, of course, after what happened. And no, Frankie, not breaking. The title's name is Cleopatra. But Charlotte said it's harder to stay on top than get to the top. The Iconics duo came out and started mocking Charlotte and everything, talking about the future is here and the future is iconic, of course. And that Charlotte was acting like a big baby. Next thing you know, Charlotte attacked them, but Becky Lynch came for the save. I wonder where Naomi was. I thought she's always helping, but she's dealing with the Usos, so Becky was by ringside. Charlotte pretty much beat Billie Kay. This match was not really that good, to be honest, and people said it was a Y2J chant at one point in time throughout this match, I had heard. After the match, Carmella came in and attacked. Asuka pretty much came in. Now she is part of SmackDown. I'm not surprised Asuka's part of SmackDown. Reason why I say that, because she wasn't even on Raw last week and never was really kind of mentioned that much. It's only on SmackDown with Charlotte. So now she's just automatically on SmackDown. They picked about 3 women. And yeah, so SmackDown's pretty much picked about 3 women because Raw picked up 4 women. So we'll probably see Asuka versus Charlotte again in the future. Gallows and Anderson have been brought up. Thank fucking God they kind of did. I don't know if it'll change for them, because they have done nothing on the main roster ever since they brought them up here, and they've been in this company for 2-3 years now, and nothing has happened. You know, the so-called greatest tag team part of Bullet Club, when they was killing stuff down there in New Japan. Hopefully something does change up for them on SmackDown. I don't know, but we'll just have to find out and see. But I don't think Finn Balor was going to get brought up with them. Sheamus and Cesaro, the Bar, being moved up to SmackDown. I'm not really surprised, since they lost to Breezango the night before. So we'll see them face the Usos, the New Day, the Bludgeon Brothers, or even Gallows and Anderson, even though they've beaten Gallows and Anderson already in the New Day. But we'll see that match again. But the Bar, they are part of SmackDown. The New Day were playing around in the back until they saw the Immortal one. I don't think it was ever going to be Hulk Hogan regardless, that's what people call him. But R-Truth was there, and he saw Ty Dillinger. And I guess they've met before, but I probably don't remember what match or whenever their match was. And next thing you know, what's this show about? Sorry, I saw something on TV real quick, but yeah, saw something on TV, but I guess Ty Dillinger, but then they were all happy to see each other, and then Truth Say was on Raw, and I don't know. See tomorrow. I don't know. You know, I love our truth, but you know, I like the guy live, and I've always been a fan of his. But I hate how they booked him in WWE. I just don't like that. What they still make him look like an idiot. I forgot our truth was even around, but allegedly he's really that liked in the back. So I don't really know or why, but hey, Truth's part of SmackDown. Hopefully something good for him happens, but I highly doubt it. Um, who else did we get? As they pretty much went over everybody. There was one thing, and I'm sure this is a very exciting thing that is happening on SmackDown, and people were calling this because I'm sure Aleister Black has to find a new opponent now. But a person, and both of them as a group will be coming to SmackDown, is an Ungovernable and Ingobernate, a Los Ingobernades himself, but I just wanted to put the hat on just because. And Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega are coming to SmackDown. A great pick. I hope they know what to do with this guy on the main roster like they did with NXT. It took them some time to find out to get him in his foot in NXT, but he has proved to be a great wrestler and put on some great matches against Johnny Gargano and Aleister Black. Hopefully they know what to do on SmackDown. And SmackDown has some great picks, don't get me wrong. Now it's the booking of this. SmackDown had great picks before in the booking, but they were better in 2016 than they was last year. Hopefully things change around this year, but people blame the D-O-double-G himself, Road Dogg, a lot in the back. So, hey, you got the players, but can you book them right? Because you haven't done a good job recently with them in regards to booking a lot of these people. So, Andrade Cien Almas, Zelina Vega, great pick for them. Really great pick. So, there are some top players coming into SmackDown right now. So, Almas had to do that. I'm sure you all know what that means, of course. AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan then went against Rusev Day in the main event. Pretty much disqualification since Bryan was about to beat Rusev after hitting him with the yes kick. Not the yes kicks, but the running kick, of course. But Nakamura pretty much showed up in ringside and low blowed AJ Styles, nut shot, and then next thing you know, Big Cass comes in the ring and kicks Daniel Bryan, big boot, disqualification, and they asked Nakamura this heinous act, and pretty much they said, no speak English. So since no speak English, that was going to end off the show. I don't know what's going to happen. I guess we really are going with, I guess, I don't know if there's a way to bypass Miz, or if this is going to be Miz's henchman, of course, for, against Daniel Bryan, if Cass will be the, I don't know, like a bouncer or something. But I guess the first feud for Big Cass right now is going to be against Daniel Bryan. I don't know where this is going to go, but we'll see. Nakamura and Styles continues to low blow him. I don't know what to see next out of this, but you know, I don't know what Nakamura's music will probably be after that, if they even change it. Of course, because people will sing along to his theme song because it's very catchy and popular. But is this going to be like Chaos? Is this like a Chaos Nakamura maybe? Like, I don't know how he did in New Japan, but I'm not really sure. But I look at a lot of these big names on SmackDown and who have they brought in here. There's a lot of matchups that can be made. It's a lot of matchups that can be made in the future, and people are probably going to sit down, name them, or probably book them on their own, of course. Can they do a right idea with this? I don't know. But you got a lot of big name players, I will say, in regarding to SmackDown, and I guess I should say Raw. But I think SmackDown had some of the better picks tonight. I'm gonna go on a limb and say for what's going on Raw. I'll say a few people for Monday Night Raw, but in regarding to SmackDown, use some really good picks. Now I'm sure there's gonna be some more picks tomorrow. I'm sure because we know this is on the internet, so get ready to see that coming up. Pretty much. Excuse me, like I said, because we had to find on the internet today of who was going to be going anywhere on any of these shows. So there's still going to be some picks tomorrow on the internet. I'm sure a lot of these guys tour right now overseas. So, like I said, we'll probably hear him on the internet tomorrow, maybe WWE.com or whatever wrestling site you read off from. But just to go over the names real quick of who you got, and this is my little opinion on them. Monday Night Raw, you got Jinder Mahal. Knowing them, they'll probably push him big, of course, so if he even gets the U.S. title back. The Riot Squad, they didn't really do that much on SmackDown. I don't really see that much going on for them for Monday Night Raw, really. So I don't really think something that big is gonna happen for the Riot Squad unless they have an idea. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, we know they'll be alright unless maybe they put them into a tag team and go for the titles. Breezango, comedy act, maybe it would be something. I don't think so. Natalya, I think we already know where she's going against Ronda Rousey, so we kind of know how that's gonna go. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre is an interesting take, of course, but I really put McIntyre, Drew Galloway, however I call him. I keep calling him Galloway, but he would have gone better as a face or heel by himself. Would have been great enough, especially as a face. I think he's really that great. Do I think Ziggler kind of drags it down a little? I don't know, because Dolph Ziggler, he turns face, he turns heel. He turns face, he turns heel. He's heel, he's face. He's heel, he's face. I don't know what to think of Dolph Ziggler at this point. Does he sign the $1.5 million contract? Now they say he didn't sign the $1.5 million contract. I don't even know. I don't know with Dolph Ziggler. It's just really confusing at this point. Corbin, allegedly Vince McMahon is high on him, so I don't know. If Vince is high on, they'll probably push him to the moon or against Roman. Bobby Roode desperately needs to turn heel, hopefully, because he needs to change the scenery. Zack Ryder, I see nothing really going on with him being moved to Raw, just to even out the numbers probably. The Ascension, what have they just done in general? Literally, what have they done in general? Other than be a comedy act with the Breezango and then just being job guys. Mojo Rawley won the Andre the Giant Trophy, done nothing ever since. Turn him heel, done nothing ever since. I don't see anything. Mike Kanellis. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot he was here. I know he had some trouble. I believe he had some, he went to rehab over some medication issues or substance abuse. I know he had a kid. I don't know about Mike Bennett or Mike Bennett and Maria. I don't know. I'm just used to saying what a miracle Mike Bennett, but I don't know. Chad Gable, I've already kind of discussed that, so I am interested to see Chad Gable. He was the only one I was really interested in after reading the rest of the Shakeup names on that. Give me 5 minutes. I'm on the line. Hold on. Call back in 2 minutes, alright? Yeah, but, yeah, Chad Gable's one of the only names that really interests me out of everybody in that whole lineup. In the pretty much the WWE.com on the internet. I don't like you saying the internet a lot. I try to get words for this, but that's my thing for the Raw side. As for people being moved to SmackDown, Miz, I'm sure we all know people want to see Miz versus Daniel Bryan. Jeff Hardy was kind of a no-brainer after he won the U.S. title. Absolution, it's Absolution, so we just got to keep him around Paige. Samoa Joe, a huge pick, but I still think Roman's probably going to beat him, kind of regardless in a way. Still, but he will most likely become champion on SmackDown. It's better than his chances where he were on Monday Night Raw, because they were never going to put him in pass against Roman. Sanity, really great pick coming up. Not sure if Nikki Cross is coming, but Sanity, really good pick. Big Cass, it still reminds me of Test, but I still don't know why they got him going against Bryan first, but it's Cass. We'll see where it goes. Asuka, I'm not kind of surprised. Asuka was kind of coming to SmackDown regardless, since they never really even mentioned her until now, after the whole streak ended. Gallows and Anderson, I hope something changes for them, but I see they didn't bring Finn Balor with them too, but I don't think Finn Balor's probably going to move off of Raw anyways. Hopefully something's different for them. The Bar, I kind of saw coming. Truth, I'd hope for something. Andrade Cien, Zelina Vega, Los Ingobernables. Not going to say De Japón because that's Naito. We will see who else moves on SmackDown tomorrow night, so we'll probably see some more guys coming, of course, so just watch out and see. That's all I can really say, is to watch out and see. So, like I said, it's a lot of matchups coming. So hey, watch out. You never know what you're gonna see on both Raw or SmackDown, or who's gonna show up on SmackDown tomorrow when we announce the rest of these guys. But hey, I'm out of here. That's my thing on the shakeup. That's a little couple of my thoughts on who's on which show, who's gonna go where. But SmackDown, they pick up some heavy hitters tonight, and I think they probably got the best out of this whole shakeup, if you ask me. But I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Comment, subscribe. Peace out.